Kindness. It's a simple word with profound meaning, yet not always easy to practice. Why are some people naturally empathetic, while others struggle to show compassion? What drives acts of love, and what fuels unkindness? In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into the psychology behind kindness, exploring the science of our brains, the factors that shape our behavior, and how understanding these truths can help us foster a more compassionate world. By the end, you'll not only feel inspired to spread kindness, but also understand the barriers to it and how to overcome them. And yes, do stay till the very end for the most important factor. To understand kindness, we need to start with the brain. The prefrontal cortex, located just behind your forehead, is where empathy and moral reasoning happen. It's the part of the brain that helps you imagine another person's feelings and motivates you to act compassionately. But kindness doesn't stop there. The amygdala, often associated with fear and emotional responses, also plays a role. Research shows that when we see someone in distress, the amygdala activates to alert us, sparking an emotional reaction that can lead to helping behavior or altruism. Have you ever winced when you saw someone get hurt? That's the work of mirror neurons. These special brain cells allow us to mirror the emotions and actions of others. They're why we feel joy when someone smiles or sadness when a friend cries. Neuroscientists have found that these neurons form the foundation of empathy, which is a key ingredient of kindness. When we act kindly, our brains reward us. Dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, floods our system, making us feel happier. At the same time, oxytocin, the bonding or love hormone, strengthens our connection to others. One fascinating study from Harvard found that people who engaged in regular acts of kindness reported higher levels of life satisfaction and even improved physical health. Their cortisol levels, a marker of stress, were significantly lower than those who didn't. So, why are some people unkind? Despite these benefits, not everyone chooses kindness. Let's explore why. One major factor is the brain's negativity bias. This survival mechanism makes us focus more on threats and negative experiences than positive ones. In prehistoric times, this helped our ancestors avoid danger, but today it can lead to distrust and unkind reaction. If you would like to know more about negativity bias, watch my previous video about psychological traps. Another culprit is emotional regulation. People who struggle to manage emotions like anger, jealousy, or fear are more likely to lash out. The amygdala, which we discussed earlier, can become overactive, triggering defensive or hostile behaviors. And then there's social learning. Unkindness is often a learned behavior. Children who grow up in environments where conflict or criticism is the norm may mimic those behaviors, believing them to be acceptable. Our evolutionary history also contributes to unkindness. Humans have a natural tendency to form in-groups, people we identify with, and out-groups, those we see different. This served us well in super ancient times, but we gotta change this now. This is destroying humanity. This division can lead to biases, stereotyping, and even cruelty towards outgroups. Studies in social psychology show that when people perceive others as a part of an outgroup, their brain's empathy centers are less active. This phenomenon, called empathy gap, explains why prejudice and unkindness often stem from a lack of understanding or connection. But there's hope. Research shows that simply getting to know someone from an outgroup through conversations or shared experiences can dissolve these barriers. The brain begins to see similarities rather than differences, reigniting empathy. Traveling is a great way to inculcate this. Stress and trauma are other factors that influence unkindness. When someone is overwhelmed, their brain prioritizes survival over compassion. Chronic stress can shrink the prefrontal cortex, reducing the ability to regulate emotions and empathize. Trauma, too, has a profound effect. People who've experienced pain or neglect may build walls to protect themselves, appearing cold or unkind as a defense mechanism. But understanding this allows us to approach such individuals with compassion rather than judgment. So, how can we foster kindness in ourselves and others? First, practice mindful awareness. By recognizing when your brain's negativity bias or stress responses are triggered, you can pause, reflect, and choose kindness. Second, focus on gratitude. Research shows that regularly practicing gratitude rewires the brain, making us more positive and empathetic. Something as simple as writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day can make a big difference. Guided exercises help a lot. Let's try an exercise together. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath. Picture someone who's been kind to you recently. Feel the warmth of their kindness. Now imagine extending the feeling to someone you struggle with. Visualize them not as an adversary, but as a human being with their own fears and dreams. Breathe deeply and let this compassion fill your heart. Ripple effect of kindness. Kindness is contagious. One act can inspire a chain reaction, influencing not only the recipient but also those who witness it. A study from Stanford University found that seeing acts of kindness increases the likelihood of others paying it forward. Imagine the impact if each of us chose kindness, even in small ways, every day. Here are some ways to start spreading kindness. Smile at a stranger. Smile is a universal language. Listen without interrupting when someone shares their feelings. Volunteer for a cause that matters to you. Forgive someone even if they haven't apologized. These actions may seem small, but their impact is immeasurable. So guys, thank you for staying till the very end. We now come to the most important secret of happiness. We often think of kindness as something we give others. But the truth is, the most important kindness begins with ourselves. Yet, many of us are far more critical of ourselves than we would ever be to someone else. Think about the last time you made a mistake. Did you say things to yourself like, "I'm so stupid," or "I'll never get this right"? This kind of self-criticism is surprisingly common. This is called negative self-talk, and over time it can erode our confidence and mental well-being. Being unkind to yourself might also look like setting impossible standards or neglecting your own needs while trying to please others. But here's the truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. When you treat yourself with compassion, you're being equipped to show kindness to others. So how can we start being kinder to yourself? Here are some ideas. Change your inner dialogue. Replace self-criticism with self-encouragement. Instead of saying, "I'm such a failure," try, "I made a mistake, but I'm learning and growing." And learn from your mistakes. Set healthy boundaries. Remember, it's okay to say no. Protecting your time and energy isn't selfish, it's necessary. Celebrate small wins. Take time to acknowledge even your smallest achievements. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Practice self-care. Whether it's taking a walk, reading a book, or meditating, do things that nourish your body and soul. Forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. Instead of dwelling on them, focus on what you've learned and how you can move forward. Kindness to yourself isn't indulgence, it's the foundation of a happy, meaningful life. When you treat yourself with love and patience you deserve, you'll find it easier to extend that same kindness to others. So remember, guys, compassion starts from within. Love yourself and forgive yourself. As we've learned, kindness isn't just about morality, it's a science, an art, and a choice. By understanding the psychological factors that drive both kindness and unkindness, we can create a world that celebrates empathy and love. Thank you for joining me on Moments of Magic. If this inspired you, share it with someone you care about, and let's keep building a kinder, more connected world together. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.